Distance top 3 transfer. Your pole sitter in this one, the winner here on Wednesday night out of Marshalltown, Iowa. It's the Reaper, Ryan Gustin, in the 19R, and on his outside, the $2 million man last year out of Blairsville, Georgia, in the 49. That's Superman Jonathan Davenport.
Jack Riggs, the 20-year-old out of Noblesville, Tennessee, and keep an eye on that Brandon Ford 40B from Brandon, Florida. It'll be Kyle Bronson starts fourth on the outside of row 2.
All 89s all the time. Your next 3 starters. Starting on the inside of row 3, it'll be the 89 of Opie, Mike Spatola out of Manhattan, Illinois. On his outside out of Middleburg, Florida, it's the 89 of Mark Whitener.
Logan Robertson, he's in the Broadneck Shaker 89 out of Waynesboro, Virginia. And Dustin Mitchell, he's out of Pine Level, North Carolina in the D8.
And your final 2 starters, it'll be the 7 of Ross Robinson out of Georgetown, Delaware. And the driver out of Lincoln, North Carolina, in the Cale Green Motorsports number 4 here tonight. That is Carson Ferguson. 10 cars, 8 laps, top 3 transfer, Simpson Race Products, heat number 3.
Can we run the feature right now? This is about as good as it gets.
It's we've had 2 good ones so far,
and
man. 2 very good
from
ones.
Up here, we got a great vantage point. I see no blacks, no streaks so far. Let's keep it that way. Great job by everybody. Al Varnador, he has worked his tail off all week long. And man, oh man, oh man, we'll see how it turns out tonight. One more night tomorrow night, 15K, but all eyes on a Friday night at East Bay with the Reaper, Wednesday night's winner and 3-time Lucas champion, Jonathan Davenport, row 1.
And the Racing for Heroes starting zone. They fire, and a good start for Ryan Gustin as you see him get the whole shot down the front straightaway. Over Jonathan Davenport, side by side behind them for the 3rd and final transfer spot. Bronson will inch ahead down the back straightaway. Jonathan Davenport right there, Kyle Bronson right there, but it's going to be the Reaper, Ryan Gustin, leading lap number 1.
He's got to hammer down. Keep an eye, here comes the 19R, and then Davenport, and then back there we got a battle side to side between the black and white 89 and Mark Widener will throw it in on you. He threw it in on the 81 of Riggs. I don't think they touched. Mark Widener, he'll put that pedal to the floorboard, won't he, down at 2.
Yes, he will, trying to bring one of the other 89s with him. As you see Mike Spatola going to run on Jack Riggs down the back straightaway. Those 2 cars going at it for position number 5. 5 laps to go in this one. Nothing changed at the front of the field. Still Gustin, Davenport, Bronson. Those 3 drivers have pulled away a little bit from Mark Whitener. And then it's this trio battling for 5th, 6th, and 7th.
Right now, Bronson eyes that 3rd spot. Battle back here. As you see Spatola and Riggs into the wall briefly. And here comes Logan Robertson. Man, has he had such tough luck here the last couple of weeks trying to put it together tonight and make the show. Meanwhile, still the deficit remains the same between 1st to 3rd. And there's the Molly Pistons, 19 for David Stein. Ryan Gustin, Talon Center, turning the crew. Oh, look out, he's going to lose it. He got a little too high, and here comes Davenport. It's not over yet, Dustin. 2 to go.
2 laps to go. 7/10 of a second was the advantage for Ryan Gustin last time. This time, Davenport, when Gustin slipped up, able to take 2/10 off the lead. Those 2 drivers, as well as Kyle Bronson right now, trying to lock themselves in the show. White flag is out. Final time around in Simpson Race Products Heat 3.
Davenport diving off that corner down the back straightaway. He has a run. The deficit was 4/10 of a second. 2 turns to go. Gustin's got to keep it right there. Here comes Davenport down low, and the Reaper, Ryan Gustin's going to win Simpson Race Products Heat number 3 tonight for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. Dustin, Jonathan Davenport 2nd. Kyle Bronson finishes in 3rd.
Then it's Mark Whitener 4th, Mike Spatola 5th, Jack Riggs 6th, Logan Robertson 7th, Ross Robinson 8th, Dustin Mitchell 9th, and Carson Ferguson will round out the field in 10th. So Bronson gets 3rd, Davenport gets 2nd. There's your winner in the TriStar Engines Molly Pistons number 19R, the Wednesday night winner out of Marshalltown, Iowa. It's the Reaper, Ryan Gustin.
Ryan Gustin, 2-time USMTS champion, picked up his first ever Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series win here back on Wednesday when he got his first ever East Bay win. $7,000 back on Wednesday. Tonight he's going after $12,000 as he gets set to pull off the helmet after winning Simpson Race Products Heat Race number 3. Throws the helmet on top, kills the engine. Well, Ryan, this can be a humbling sport. You win on Wednesday, you watch on Thursday, but on Friday you're mashing the loud pedal. What do you need if you're going to get $12,000 here tonight?
I don't know. I felt pretty good there. Maybe it was just going to be about beating JD to turn 1 there, and that's what we did. So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll let TC make the adjustments here, and we'll go from there.
All right, he's going to put his He's going to put his fate in the hands of Talon Centers. He heads back to the pit area. Ryan Gustin wins Simpson Race Products Heat Race number 3.
That's a pretty good person to put your fate in the hands of there, James. Talon Center,
Yeah,
crew
no
chief
doubt about it.
of the 19R. He went to that heat race, Ben. He's going to start 5th.
I think he knows I think Talon knows what he's doing when it comes to setting up that 19 car.
I think you are right. All right, it's time for AP1 Insurance Heat Race number 4, James. These are the drivers that qualified in Group B. That means the winner of this 4th heat race starts on the outside front row of tonight's 50-lap, $12,000 to win AMA.
Last night's winner, the fastest qualifier by 1/1000th of a second tonight, to be the number 1 at the Martinsville, Indiana. That'll be Hudson O'Neal. Outside to be the O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year a year ago. Now hailing out of Dubuque, Iowa with the Roberts Racing 58 of Garrett Alberson.
Row 2, the drivers that finished 1st and 2nd in last year's Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series point standings out of Watertown, New York. It's the defending series champion T-Mac Tim McCready in the 39, and on his outside in the Shepherd Riggs Racing B5 out of New Berlin, Illinois, it's going to be Brendan Shepherd.
Matt Cosner returns to the driver's seat tonight at originally West Virginia. Chase Younghands at the 18 alongside of the Manhattan, Kansas.
Moving back to row number 4 to be the 2nd generation driver out of Moon Township, Pennsylvania, Logan Zarin in the 1Z, and on his outside out of Franklin, North Carolina in the 187, it's David McCoy.
The Todd Steele Building's hard charger here on Monday night from 20th to 3rd. Tyler Millwood, Kingston, Georgia. Larry Groove, he's missed the show by just 1 car the last 2 nights. The United States Marine Corps veteran, the Malden Missile out of Malden, South Carolina, and Jason Riggs will start behind him out of College Grove, Tennessee. For the outside of the front row, Garrett Smith on the pole, the terminal, I knew I was going to say that again, terminal maintenance construction pole for the terminal maintenance construction sponsor number 10, Ben.
I tell you what, we saw Hudson O'Neal win last night, but a guy that struggled to start speed weeks, and he's got faster as this week's gone along, starts alongside Garrett Alberson. As Alberson's put it on the show the past 2 nights, he would love to be starting outside front row as the lights go down on the speedway.
He has never won a Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series race. Last year's O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year. Both of those drivers on the front row, former Series Rookie of the Year, along with Brandon Shepherd when he drove the best performance car.
That's right.
He was the Rookie of the Year in the Lucas Oil Series. Are you ready, Dustin? Let's go.
I'm ready. They're going to fire in the Racing for Heroes starting zone. AP1 Insurance Heat number 4 is underway. 8 laps, top 3 transfer. The winner starts on the outside front row here tonight.
Man, Alberson trying to make it stick down the back straight away. He does on the outside. Here comes McCready into turn 3. Oh, baby. O'Neal's going to throw it in there on Alberson. He's going to take the lead. And lap 1 was a dandy, and O'Neal out in front.
Yeah, Tim McCready right there now trying to work his way underneath Garrett Alberson in the 58. Brandon Shepherd knocking on the back door as well. Those top 4 cars going to try to settle it amongst themselves. It's O'Neal out front at the end of lap number 2. Now side by side for 2nd. McCready with a run on Garrett Alberson.
The 2-time reigning series champion, the 39 car. Coming on to turn number 2. Garrett Alberson doing a great job at top 10 here last night. They battled into turn 3. O'Neal is about a 6-car length advantage out at turn number 4. Here in that pivotal 4th heat for the outside of the front row. Alberson and McCready still at it for 2nd.
Tim McCready still hounding Garrett Alberson, as you mentioned. James trying to work his way by. You just saw Hudson O'Neal. He slipped away just a little bit from this battle for the 2nd spot. These guys right now, James, turning lap times that were quicker in All-Star performance than what they were turning in All-Star Performance time trials. Hudson O'Neal turned a 14.5, just 2 laps to go. That's 2/10 quicker than he was in qualifications this time by just 3 laps to go for last night's winner.
McCready slipped up a little bit on that last lap, and right now he closed the gap on your 2nd place car. Here comes Brandon Shepherd to the top 2 of the points a year ago. McCready and Shepherd for that final transfer spot. It is all O'Neal all the time. Down the straightaway with 2 to go.
Hudson O'Neal with a 2.4 second advantage now over this trio. Garrett Alberson in 2nd, Tim McCready 3rd, Brandon Shepherd in 4th. Only top 3 transfers, so 2 of these 3 drivers going to lock themselves in. White flags out. Final time around for the new deal, Hudson O'Neal.
Right now, Garrett Alberson holding that 2nd spot. That kid and Beth Roberts, Black Diamond, but McCready's going to have a run. Hudson O'Neal's going to win it. He's going to be on the front row tonight. Who's going to get 2nd, Dustin?
2nd spot down to the line is going to go to the 58 of Garrett Alberson. He holds off Tim McCready, who gets 3rd. Then it's Brandon Shepherd on the outside looking in 4th. Followed by Chase Younghands 5th, Matt Cosner 6th, Logan Zarin 7th, David McCoy 8th, Jason Riggs 9th. and Larry Grube will round out the field in 10th. So McCready gets 3rd, Alberson gets 2nd, and the winner of AP1 Insurance Heat Race number 4, this guy is going to start in the outside front row of tonight's main event, looking to go back-to-back in the Swaybert Cab Ranch's Valvoline Rocket Ones, the New Deal Hudson O'Neal.
Last night he was the All-Star Performance Fast qualifier. He won AP1 Insurance Heat Race number 4 last night, and he won the feature from the outside front row. He's going to have a chance to do it again here tonight. Hudson, I don't know if you know how big of a lead you had, but you just won that one by straightaway going away. Outside front row, how do you feel about your chances to repeat here tonight?
Really good. That bottom was a little greasy on that start, and I just couldn't get quite as good of a start as I probably should have, and they let Garrett challenge me there for a minute. I don't know, man. I feel like a tape recorder, man. These guys, they just give me such a good race car, and I'm not the hero here. I'm just the one driving it. The guys back in the back working on it, they're the ones that deserve all the credit. So just thank you to everybody. Thank you to everybody who supports this race car, and thank you, fans, and maybe we'll be sitting here one more time.
Race fans, Hudson O'Neal, he wins Heat Race number 4, presented by AP1 Insurance, as we move off to Lucas Oil Heat Race number 5.
Thanks a lot, Ben. Indeed, Lucas Oil Heat Race number 5 is beginning to stage on the back straightaway. You know the drill by now, James. 8 laps in distance, top 3 will advance to tonight's main event.
Blair Nodorf, he continues his strong qualifying run here this week at East Bay. He's out of Renner, South Dakota on the pole, and Tanner English, well, he overcame some gremlins after hot laps. He's at 96 feet. We'll see how he'll do. He's in the Sean and Lisa Martin entry. He's out of Benton, Kentucky.
Second row back on the inside. A top 10 run last night for the Newport Nightmare. Jimmy Owens in the Kohler Motorsports number 20 out of Newport, Tennessee. And on his outside, a good qualifying effort here this evening for the former Tyler County Speedway track champion out of Salem, West Virginia, the 25. It'll be Mike Benedum.
1997 Stars Rookie of the Year also. And it's Billy Moyer Jr., the 2013 Lucas Oil Rookie of the Year out of Beachville, Arkansas, son of the all-time winningest driver here, Billy Moyer. Then John Henderson, the heat race winner last night of the Warrior, North Augusta, South Carolina driver in the 2X.
Fourth row back inside out of Zanesville, Ohio in the 20. That's going to be Todd Brennan. On his outside out of Chalk Hill, Pennsylvania in the Barry Wright 25Z. That'll be Mason Ziegler.
Rusty Slang, 3-time dirt car champion out of McClure, Ohio, the Domination 91. And Kerry King, the Cowboy chassis. Cowboy up, KB, out of Del Mar, Delaware. So right now, Dustin, 12 in the show. We'll add 3 out of this one, 3 of the next one. We'll have 18 locked in. And right now, Garrett Smith and Hudson O'Neal is your front row. Row 2 is going to be Devin Moran in the winner of this race. And row 3 is going to be Ryan Gustin in the winner of heat number 6 that has Brian Shirley and Dalton Wilson on the front row. We're having fun tonight here at East Bay on a Friday night. One more night tomorrow night, $15,000 to win.
Absolutely. First things first, though, we've got 2 more heat races, as you'd mentioned, James, here this evening. That will be followed by 3 last chance races, or 3B mains. Those will be 10 laps in distance. Top 2 out of those will transfer to tonight's 50-lapper. And the balance of the field made up by provisionals based on last year's points and then this year's if needed. So these drivers getting an extra lap just to make sure that the track is rolled in, and we're ready to go in Lucas Oil Heat Race number 5.
How about the next heat, Dustin? Lucas Oil Heat 6, row 2. You have the top 2 in the points.
Yeah.
And Ricky Thornton Jr. and Brandon Overton behind Shirley and Wilson. Man, oh man. What will happen tonight in that 50 lap? Blair Nodorf, again, tip of the cap. We've been talking about him. And the Renner, South Dakota driver, he has had a good hot rod down here at Speed Weeks. Can he parlay that into his first heat race win? I don't believe he's ever won a heat race in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. Tanner English, former series Rookie of the Year. Tanner right now standing 10th in the point standings. Heading into tonight. Jimmy Owens, great run for him here last night.
Yellow lights have been turned off. Green flag and wave this time in the Racing for Heroes starting zone. Snowdrift on the pole. And Tanner English on the outside. Lucas Oil Heat number 5 is underway. James, you said it. The winner's going to start 4th in tonight's main event.
How about Jimmy Owens said last night he passed more cars than he had as ever in his career here at East Bay. Into turn 3, English bouncing through. Nodorf, and here comes Jimmy Owens on the bottom, and Jimmy Owens is going to go to second, doesn't it?
Jimmy Owens slides by. Great camera work there by the drone operator. as Owens goes to second and Nodorf slips up coming off the corner. That may open up the door for Mike Benedum or the 21 of Billy Moyer Jr. at the end of lap number 2. It's English, Owens, and Snowdrift, your top 3.
Tanner English trying to join his father. Terry is a winner here at East Bay. Meanwhile, Jimmy Owens, 4-time series champion in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. Back here it is Blair Nodorf. He's running in third. Mike Benedum, who sat out last night, and Billy Moyer Jr. into turn number 1.
Billy Moyer Jr. right now running in 5th. Mike Benedum in 4th. There's Todd Brennan and the 20. 1, 2, 3, 4 cars racing for the 3rd spot. Just we say that. Blair Nodorf able to stretch out the advantage over the Salem, West Virginia driver down the back straightaway. James 4 laps down. 4 laps remaining. We look at the lead duo. Jimmy Owens quietly closed in just a little bit on the 96B of Tanner English.
Last time it was 0.5 of a second, Dustin. This time around in the Bobby and Jessica Kohler, it's 0.4 of a second. The wily veteran out of Newport, Tennessee, down the back straightaway. That brand new book, DaveArkabright.com, on the Newport Nightmare. But Tanner English with the lead at the line, 2 to go.
2 laps remaining for Tanner English. Remember, he had ignition trouble in hot laps. He had to be pushed out. He had to be pushed a full lap before he got the thing fired up when he came out for All-Star Performance Time Trials, and now he is 1 lap away from getting a win and starting 4th in tonight's A-Main, getting a win here in Lucas Oil Heat number 5 down the backstretch for the final time.
It's all SEC, Kentucky and Tennessee at a turn 4 in Benton, Kentucky's Tanner English is going to win Lucas Oil Heat number 5. He'll start at the outside of row number 2 tonight.
It'll be Jimmy Owens crossing in 2nd. Blair Nodorf gets that all-important 3rd and final transfer spot. Mike Benedum finishes 4th. Billy Moyer Jr. 5th. Todd Brennan 6th. Mason Ziegler 7th. Rusty Schlenk 8th. John Henderson 9th. And Kerry King will round out the field in 10th. There's your winner in that Sean and Lisa Martineau Viper Risk Management 96V. Tanner English. He wins Lucas Oil Heat number 5. Ben, he is going to start out